Yo, what is up guys? It is Samool back again with another Epic 7 video for you guys today, and today we're going to be previewing the update that is coming out right after this video's release. Now, we're going to be seeing that there's a new 4-star ML Moonlight Hero coming out. Will she be as OP as Angel of Light? We'll see, but it is Moon Bunny Dominiel. You're going to see that her kit looks very interesting. She's going to counter a lot of the meta units right now, and you guys might want to pick her up. We also have the Ancient Inheritance Season 3 coming back, which is really nice, right? You get a lot of free gear from that, so it'll help you out a lot. Just make sure you're in a guild before it starts so you can actually participate. And also we have that August balance adjustment that I covered before, but we'll talk about it again just in case you guys didn't catch that last video. But before we get started with the video today, guys, I want to talk about Eroica, a new mobile anime RPG gacha game releasing on global on the 11th of August. So make sure you guys mark down that date in your calendar, guys. August 11th it is releasing. If you guys are looking for a fun, action-packed, turn-based game with beautiful 3D like 2D graphics and also beautifully illustrated collectible characters, husbandos, waifus, you name it, then I definitely recommend you to pre-register for the game with the link down below in the description box and in the comment section. I know for sure I'll be playing as soon as this game releases, and I hope to see you guys play it too. Check out the game and pre-register with the link in the description box and the comment section down below. So yeah, starting off, it is Moon Bunny Dominiel, guys. Now Moon Bunny Dominiel, you're going to see, is a light unit, so it is the light Dominiel that was teased a long time ago. And she is a Soul Weaver, so we do have another Soul Weaver coming out, which is very interesting. And you're going to see that her stats and her kit is actually going to be very, very interesting and very unique to a Soul Weaver. So you'll see right away, she has very, very high speed for a Soul Weaver, like insanely fast. 114 speed, and in World Arena RTA, it'll be basically 120 speed for a Soul Weaver, which is insane. She also has crazy, crazy high effect resist, and you'll see why when you look at her skills. And looking at her imprints, right? You're going to see that she has a HP imprint for herself, which is going to be very nice and synergize well with her skills. And also she has that attack imprint for her team, which you're going to see can come in play because she can also be used as a cleaver, as you'll see later on, because of the fact that she's so fast and she has the potential to actually cut and actually, open for your team actually. So that being said, she's very waifu. I like her design a lot. From her design alone, I kind of want to pull her, but honestly, it's looking at her kit, she might be almost a must pull because of the current meta in PvP anyways. But yeah, let's just look at her skills real quick. So actually, let's look at her animations, just so you guys know. I'm not going to go over her too much in depth, just because we do plan to actually introduce her in another video. But yeah, let's talk about her S2 real quick. So her S2 is a passive effect resist buff. You're going to see at the start of an enemy's turn, right? Or an enemy's extra turn. So this is going to work on Conquer Release S3, Ran S2, right? S10A when she soul burns with her S1 into her S3 with pen set. You know how it's really annoying how she one-shots a lot of units right now in World Arena. This will also proc it from it. You're going to get immunity and barrier to all your allies. So this barrier strength will also increase to your caster's HP, and this can only be activated once every 2 turns. So once every 2 turns is not that bad for this powerful of a buff, right? That immunity and that barrier buff, which is pretty thick, is actually pretty strong. And the fact that you can activate this pretty often, coupled with the fact that she's already pretty fast, is actually very, very good. So you're going to see, right, this is the animation. So this is Conquer Release is S3, and then you're going to see right here that it does proc right after because Conquer Release S3 gives her an extra turn, right? There's no animation actually, but you're going to see that there's that 2-turn immunity buff on everyone here on the left and that barrier. So very, very interesting. Next, we have her S3. It's an attack buff to all of your allies with a 15% CR push and a skill nullifier to herself. This is only a 4-turn cooldown as well. So the reason why I said you can probably use her as a cleaver is because obviously she's really fast. She also has that AoE attack buff, and she also has that CR push. Honestly, this S3 is kind of weak, generally in my opinion, for Soul Weaver S3, but does have, I guess a CR push and attack buff, which is nice. Kind of works like DN in a sense. And then we have her S1, right? So her S1, actually, let's look at her animation real quick. I'm actually very curious. So this is her animation. Okay, she just yellow carded us, I guess, but yeah, that's basically it. Then we have her S1. So her S1 is going to be a single target attack that has a chance to sleep for 1 turn, and this will not proc dual attacks. And this is because, if you sleep a unit and you dual attack them, you'll wake them up, which makes no sense. It's counterintuitive. So that's the reason why I can't trigger dual attacks. And you can see If you soul burn this for only 10 souls, the effect chance is going to be 100%. So very, very interesting. 100% chance to sleep, very, very good. It's pretty much similar to a stun in a sense, except that sleeps can be woken up if you attack them. So very cool. And that's pretty much it for White Dominiel, guys. What do I think about her? You know, I think she'll be a pretty decent unit to pick as a counter pick against like Conquer Ilias, like I said, Rand, Spectre Scenaria, anything with an extra turn. But the thing is, you know, she's only a good counter pick, it looks like. Maybe you can use her as a cleaver, but there's no reason to use her over other openers with attack buff. So I think she's mostly just here to counter certain meta units. And for that reason, you know, it's really hard to say that she's a must pull. I'm going to talk about her more in a future video, but for now, safe to say she's just a very, very strong counter pick to very meta units. So that's pretty much it for ML Dominiel, guys. Now let's talk about Ancient Inheritance. So Ancient Inheritance Season 3 is coming out. It's going to last from the 8th of August to the 22nd. Please make sure you guys participate in this, guys. This gives you crazy rewards. You're just getting free pieces of gear. You're getting a ton of other loot, like leafs. You get so many leafs here. You get a ton of charms. If you guys are low on charms, you definitely want to participate in this. And since we have some time till it starts, if you guys aren't in a guild already, make sure you guys find one so you can participate, because it is a guild event. Or if you guys are in a inactive guild, try to find a more active one, because the more active your guild is, the more rewards you get. So you definitely want to find a good guild for this. Ancient Inheritance gives you so much loot. It's nothing to underestimate. It's like actually crazy how much loot it gives you. It's like insane, like I said. So yeah, that's pretty much for Ancient Inheritance, guys. And now we have the balance adjustments, guys. So I did talk about this in a prior video, but just to recap, you know, we have Faithless Lidica, Holiday Euphine, Urvailin, Senya, Great Chief Kawana, Rickorus, Yunryong, and Aroel all getting buffed. If you guys want to see a very, very in-depth guide and me talking about these units and what I think they'll, you know, where I think they'll stand after these buffs, then make sure you guys check out my video talking about the patch. But if you guys want just a quick recap, you know, we could talk about it very quickly. We also have artifacts getting buffed here as well. Let's talk about that very quickly as well. So Faithless Lidica, you know, she is doing more damage, and she also kind of changed her S2 and S3. So her CR push will be in her S3. You're also going to see that her S2 will fully push herself pretty much no matter what. And if you crit, you'll dispel 2 buffs instead of 1, making her a lot better. Before, she only stood 1 buff, so now should be a lot better of an opener. Holiday Euphine, guys, they're making her more tanky in a sense by having her have more evasion when she's not at max HP. And instead of having that pretty much useless greater attack buff for herself, from her S3, she's going to give attack buff to all her allies, making her a little bit more versatile and have a little bit more utility. And now we have Urvailin. So Urvailin's getting changed, right? They're basically making it so that he's going to be a lot better in Banshee one-shot teams. You're going to see that his S2 is going to, or his S3 is going to grant an extra turn, and also that you can just S2 right after, right? So we're making very good in Banshee one-shot. And then we also are going to have Senya. So Senya is going to get buffed as well. They're going to change her S2. It's not a random buff anymore. It's a pretty huge barrier. And you're also going to see that her S3 will also provoke, as well as putting counterattack on herself. So it's kind of similar to Arya in the sense that you're kind of forcing the enemy to hit you. Arya gives everyone stealth, but Senya will give everyone provoke, so maybe she'll be a lot more usable. You can see some exclusive equipments changed as well, right? The barrier strength, right? Stuff like that. So a lot of cool changes. 4-star unit, right? Great Chief Kawana. She's just going to ramp up faster, basically making her a lot better in Katie's, which is very, very nice. In Katie's, usually to stack up this to 5 times, it took forever, but now 3 times is a lot more manageable. Captain Rickorus, a lot of changes, but basically, long story short, he's going to be usable in Katie's as well. Yunryong, also going to be used in Katie's as well. And pretty much Aroel, you know, not a lot of changes that are meaningful. She has Escort now in her S2. She's going to be a pretty decent, like, all-around tank, but there's no reason to take her over the meta knights for PvE and PvP. So although she did get buffed, guys, don't think she's going to be that useful. You see these artifacts, guys. So we have Lensinox's Wrath. Lensinox's Wrath is going to be very, very cool now. After you activate an extra attack, you'll actually CR push yourself, making her a lot better on units like Valencia and stuff like that, and even Shu if you proc. Double Edge to Crescent. This one is going to be insane, I think. This is also being changed completely. It's basically a rework. They're making this have 20% evasion, like all the evasion artifacts that are for thieves, but also when you successfully evade, you have a chance to counter. So Degen RB coming back. Remnant Violet's going to be very good with this. So very cool. I think this is going to be very, very fun to use, and I'm pretty excited to test this out. So yeah, that's pretty much it. We do have new banners coming up, right? We have Flan coming up after the maintenance. Then we have Bologna and also Rowana coming up next week. We'll talk about that in separate videos. And then the Mystic Summon rotation, right? We're gonna have Fallen Cecilia, Silverblade Araminta, Desert Jewel Bazaar also coming out next week. Don't worry guys, I'll talk about all this in separate videos. This video was just to kind of, you know, tell you guys basically what was happening with the patch and what was coming out. I'll talk about everything separately, more in depth later on when I do have more time to release other videos. So, you know, keep your eyes out for that. And yeah, that's pretty much it for this video, guys. Like I said, Eroica, guys, if you guys want to check it out, make sure you guys download it down below in the description box or in the comment section. Pre-registration is going on as of this video's release, and it looks pretty cool, and I'm gonna test it out for sure. And yeah, that being said, I hope you guys found this video helpful, guys, and I'll see you guys next video. Peace.